Hi friends, welcome back to the Patreon and welcome to a Q&A. It's a behind the scenes Q&A. I thought this would be an interesting opportunity just for you guys to give me some questions and I can answer them truthfully. I'm really excited for this one. So thank you for your questions. I got about 9, which I only asked for within one day of doing this. So I'm sorry for the tight time frame. I just had the idea and then I thought, hey, why don't I just ask questions so I don't, answer anything that you already know or that you don't want to know. So we're just going to jump straight into them. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for supporting me. And here is some uncensored answers to your questions about what I do. So the first one from A-Ray said, it would be cool to see what your research filming schedule looks like since you work apart from YouTube. My schedule is I have no schedule. No, but really, I'll put it to you this way. So I work at my day job. It's hard to say day job because this is also my day job sometimes, So I work Monday and Tuesday, 9 till 12. So like in the mornings on Monday and Tuesday, and then I work, this is at my day job, all day on Wednesday and all day on Thursday. And then I have Friday for spooky stuff. So really it's Monday and Tuesday afternoons and Friday afternoons. I used to do 3 days, so I'd have just Wednesdays and Thursdays, and I'd like to go back to that eventually, but they needed me at work more often, so I had to make a compromise and give up my mornings, which is one of the reasons I don't do Name That Film anymore, because I used to do that on Tuesday mornings. So that's my schedule of how my days are. But in terms of actually researching and filming, it just depends what what video I have at that time that I'm working on. So if it's a long video, sometimes I'll take Monday and Tuesday and just do all of the scripting. Like I did that for like the Mike Flanagan video, and then I'll film it on the Tuesday night and then I'll edit it later in the week. Obviously I do 3 videos a week. I do 2 for my main channel and 1 for you guys. And I try and stay ahead with the Patreon videos because that's just something that I always want to make sure that I have. I never want to miss one. And then it just really depends if there's a movie at the cinemas. It makes it a lot easier for me to go out and film and do that on, a Wednesday or Thursday night. So I work around whatever video I'm working on at that time. So there's not really one day I research, one day I script, one day I film. It just depends on what 2 videos I'm doing for my main channel that week. I hope that makes sense. Ali asks, I'm curious of your process of how you find clips to do certain things like your 31 days of horror intro. The clips for the intros of those videos like that and 12 Days of Christmas, it's so hard because I don't want to watch the films before I watch the films, that's the whole idea. So actually what I do is I just pull up trailers and I rip them off YouTube, and then I just try and find cool moments and I just kind of scroll through them to find something aesthetically pleasing. But there's no it's a lot of work. Like if I can't find something, I have to keep finding it, like keep going back and trying to find something cool. It's just a lot of luck and it's just a lot of trial and error and redoing. Basically, I just rip the trailers and try and see that there's a cool moment. Luckily, trailers always have the best moments. That's why they're trailers. So that's how I do that. How I do them for my reviews, I usually, when you're part of, you have like a PR contact with a distribution company and they usually let you know what trailers to use and things like that. So I can use clips. Sometimes I do use clips from movies, but I use it within fair use, only using small moments with obviously my commentary over the top. Texas says, typically, how long does it take you to film, edit, and upload a video from start to finish? I've always been curious, how did you decide which films to watch/review first? Okay, so the first part of that question, it depends on what video I'm doing. So a video like this, obviously you guys are asking me the questions and I'm answering off the top of my head. So, this would take me like 20 minutes to film, maybe an hour to edit. Yeah. And that's kind of it. But it really does depend on what I'm doing. So sometimes if I do like those unpopular opinions videos, same deal. Doesn't take me that long to do. It gets a lot of views. I don't know why. But then things like my Mike Flanagan video, I have to sit there and script that all out. That can take about 6 hours of scripting. That and my Alien ranking franchises took about 6 hours of scripting and getting information from every single movie and, making it in the best possible order, making sure you're grouping things, and then filming that all, and then editing it all, and then editing every single movie and clip and, example of what you're talking about into every single part. Those videos take like 20 hours. And then you have like Come With Me's to the movies. Those, an hour and a half or two. I'd say like maybe 2.5 hours once you've like filmed at home, got in the car, filmed there, then filmed back in the car and you're back home. And then those ones don't take me long at all to edit. I've kind of got that down packed. I do like the little montagey bit in the middle, and then I edit the start and edit the end. That takes me maybe like an hour to edit. And then if I do a trailer reaction at the end, that takes me another hour. Some other videos I do all the time, like my What's Coming to VOD, that takes me forever to script because I have to find every movie, and then I have to make sure that they always say the wrong release date, especially with COVID. I have to go through all of that. And then just like, come up with my own words and ideas about the videos. So that takes a long time to script, but to film it doesn't take a long time because I'm just reading out a script. And then to edit, it doesn't take long because I'm just laying over some pictures. So yeah, it really depends on the video, but I'd say anywhere between 2 hours to 20 hours. Yeah, really depends on the style, but I like to switch up my style a lot. So sometimes I'll have heavier weeks with a lot of work, and then other times it will be a little bit easier, especially if I'm doing like 2 come with me's to the movies. Like those, I love those videos. Number one, I love doing them. I love doing off the cuff, chatting. I don't have to do any research or anything like that. And it's like really fun and energizing. And then I love like seeing everyone's responses, and then people love them. So I love doing those videos. If I had to do just one video, I'd do them. But I like doing everything. Text us the other half of your question, being curious how I decided which films to watch and review first. I just picked films that are out at that current time. So I think I started in 2014 or 2015. But anyway, I did films around that time. So I've always been interested in talking about new releases because I just want to talk about something fresh and fun. And I'm more interested in discovering new films than I like video essays that are more on films that I already know, but when people are doing reviews, I like to hear people's opinions on new films. So I just started talking about films that were out at that time. And I think that's, if you're looking to do a channel yourself, that's probably the best way to do it because it's the best way you're going to be found really quickly, unless you find a niche movie and you do a review on it and then all of a sudden it becomes popular. It's kind of hard to get noticed that way. Chelsea asks, are sponsors hard to come by and are they hard to work with? Sponsors aren't hard to come by, but good sponsors are hard to come by. I get so many like requests for sponsorships every day, and I tell you what, they're all like 90%. 99% trash, like just people who say, if you pick out clothing items, we'll send you them and then you can talk about them and we won't pay you, all that kind of stuff. Like negotiating is like the hard part, and that's why I love Surfshark. Surfshark don't actually pay me an affiliate rate, where some people think that that's what that link is for. That link is just to track how well I am working with them, but they're one of the best sponsors ever. They pay all right, it's not great, but they're really good at communication. I send them the link and they probably get back to me at worst, like within an hour, to let me know that the video is all good. They never ask for changes. They're really good and easy to work with. They don't mind me doing it in my own style, which I love. And they're also really good on feedback. So I've had a couple of times where people have had issues with the VPN. So I've emailed them and said, hey, like what's going on with this? And they're able to give me good information where I know that they're just reliable. They're a reliable company. So I love them. I just find like a lot of companies are really sketchy. So I don't do a lot of sponsorships. I'd rather make money in my YouTube ads and in Patreon. And I know that I'm giving like my heart and soul into both things than to do a sponsorship that will be on my video forever unless I really care about the product or I know that it's going to be a good fit. I've had a lot of issues with trying to find good sponsors. I would love to work with Audible, but again, like they probably don't want to work with me. I'm not big enough, so I don't think I'm at that level where I have that leeway. If I have a good sponsor, I want to stick with them, and I've been working with Surfshark for like 1.5 years, and I really hope they sign on with me for next year because I just really love working with them, and I'm so lucky to have an ongoing sponsorship. So I do that every single month with them. I do one video and I can do it in any video I want. So yeah, I think that good sponsorships, like I don't seek them out, so that's also on me, but I wait for them to come in and I don't really get any great ones. Also, Shudder don't really want to work with anyone who's overseas, which is unfortunate. And it's also a reason I haven't done like best Shudder movies, top 10, whatever, because I don't really want to give them that free promo because I've had talks with them on and off about working with them and they refuse to pay me. So Yeah, I like Shudder in one way where they give me good opportunities, and they also have paid for my annual subscription now. I paid for the first year, but they've frozen it and they've paid for another year for me. So I mean, how can I complain about that? But I find all of the people who would be suitable for me to work with, they just don't really care. Mary asks, do you ever get burnt out, and how do you motivate yourself to keep going? I always get burnt out every single week, but it's you guys, believe it or not. This is so cliche. It's because I have a community, especially on the Discord, but also on the Patreon. When you guys respond to my comments, to my videos, to my Patreon only videos, and you give me such good feedback, and I just feel like I know you. It's so different to my comments on my videos, because although I love them, they crack me up, I can really feel the love and appreciation from a lot of you. I also get a lot of emails from people that are the same. It's just surrounding yourself with a really good community, it keeps you going. And if I didn't have that attachment, I don't think I would keep going. I think it would have been really hard to, especially when you're out here and you just like make a video and you just push it online and that's kind of it. And then you never, I don't know, get anything back from it unless you're interacting with people. So I really enjoy that aspect of it. And I love the Patreon so much. It's really helped me out. I swear that's true. Okay, I'm gonna have to pronounce your name. I always type it, but I never know how to pronounce it. Beza? I'm so sorry. Beza? I'm so sorry. I do love you though. I talk to you all the time. Wondering if you had any insight on how to maintain your love for horror in a personal way while creating public horror content, which can get draining. I know you do a podcast. Do you ever take breaks from watching a lot of horror because it gets overwhelming and think that the content has to come out of it? Yes, I understand what this means completely. And I've been doing it for so long that no longer can I go to the movies and just watch a film and no one ever asks me about it. But that's also why I created it, because I didn't have any friends or family, what is that? I didn't have any friends or like anyone around me who liked horror movies. Dean doesn't even like horror movies. So it was more for me to get my thoughts of horror out. And so that's how it started. It didn't start as like I want to like have people listen to me. It was like I just want to talk about things that I like and get it off my chest. So you'll find very often like people want to discuss films with me, and I've like already got it like in real life. I've already got it all off my chest. I was like, oh yeah, no, I'm done talking about this. I already talked about it several hundred times online to people. So it's also, I don't know, it's kind of funny that way where it was the opposite for me. But I do understand. I watch a lot of TV shows like comedy. I watch Catfish. I watch like a lot of different stuff. I'm not always watching horror. And I think that when I started my channel, I was just watching horror all the time. And I also make sure that I choose horror movies that I don't have to talk about. I don't talk about every single movie I watch except for in my like what I've been watching this month video. And I maintain that if I don't have enough to talk about a film, I'm not doing a review on it. And so many people want me to do reviews on certain movies, and I'm like, I have nothing to say, and I think you just need to stand by that. People only want to hear you talk about something if you're passionately talking about it. I don't really take breaks from watching horror because there's always like a new horror movie to watch, but usually I do it in batches, and that sometimes can help. So if you have like a week where you're just watching like comedies, or you know, not even watching movies, watching TV, or not watching anything, which never happens for me, and then on the weekend I'll just like watch 5 horror movies in a row, and then at least I feel like I'm still in the know, but I can have some relaxing time too. I hope that helps. Also, go and watch movies at the cinema and don't do reviews on them. I do that sometimes, not a lot, but yeah, I like doing that. But I like keeping it casual as well. So that's what I like about these videos, doing the Patreon videos. Sorry, this is my 3rd video today. Can you hear my voice? The Patreon videos are more relaxed, so I don't feel so much pressure. So I guess it's just don't put pressure on yourself. I know it's hard, but if people will be more willing to listen to what you say if you're not so like structured and like heavy. As long as you're having fun, and if you're not having fun, definitely take a break, but also you just catch up later. Like you don't have to watch every single horror movie as soon as it comes out, unless there's spoilers. I hope that helps. Okay, 2 questions left. Des asked, I'm also interested in your editing process. How long does it take? What software do you use and what goes into it? I do have a couple of videos on my editing, which I know, Des, you're more of a newer Patreon. So let me know if you want me to link them. But if not, I can do a new one because I guess it might have changed a little bit. I use Premiere. I've been an editor by trade for like 10 years, and I used that when I worked in TV as well. Again, it depends on the video, but I am quite a quick editor. Yeah, let me know if you want an editing, because that's kind of like I need to show you the whole breakdown to explain that. So let me know if you want a video on that. And my last question is from Martin, who asks, how is the new camera monitor working out? I have not used it yet. I got the wrong cable and I've sent it back, and I'm waiting to get the new one when I just should have gone out to a local store and got it. But because I wanted to return it, it's become this whole thing. But I've done a couple of come with me videos recently, or come chill with me, where I haven't been using it anyway because I use a different attachment on top of my camera when I do them. So I haven't had to use it except for a video I just did, which was a spoiler video. So bummer, and I guess this video, but I'll let you know when I finally use it. So sad. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me. Hopefully that answered a couple of your questions. If you want me to do another one, I can also do them on different topics. Let me know. Also, if you want that editing video, let me know. Thank you so much for supporting me. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you very soon. Stay spooky. Bye, friends.